lost to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. About 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and we are underway from Santa Clara. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. This is Thomas. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The Niners at 7 and 9 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Flynn. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Ready up. 22 needle. Check view.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Kind of an odd schedule this year. These 2 teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now a give right side. Flynn. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
And cycle. Set.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Now a give right side. It's Flynn, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Lance to throw it.
The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Lance going to sneak it. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They go play action here on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they get on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll run on first down. Flynn, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. 6-0 our score after 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Strike. Yellow, line. Cut.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flynn. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Ultra. Ready?
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Rolling to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Connor going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it?
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
James Conner, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And they're able to add on to their advantage. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner, and the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Play action. Now it's Lance. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The offense on third down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. On the ground, it's Thomas. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down.
I apologize in advance, Parker, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on third and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a throw here, hauled in. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down and 5.
Drop 50, drop 50. 18 left, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 29 Broncos. Go.
Operating from the gun. Stark. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Looking to throw. Stark. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
from the gun on third down. Start.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here we go, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Stark. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside.
And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Austin Eckler
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 13-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Slide for the PAT.
And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
this is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started from the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. In the first on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Okay, break. 70, Timberwolf. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Warrior 70.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Strike. Check. Strike. Opposite. Green. Hut.
On first down, Flynn. And he is going to lose yardage here. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flynn. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who hasn't in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off the bootleg. Stark. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stark. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Ready, ready. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Mustang 19.
On 4th down, Stark. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Ready, ready.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Stark. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw. Stark. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Hunter Renfrow. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
On second down, Eckler. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Stark.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Back to throw. Start. On the screen, this is Eckler. Touchdown, Rams.
Austin Eckler.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Rams are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Looking to throw. Stark into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Now Lance.
Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield.
At the 49-yard line.
Here we go, set.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, It can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
This is a counter play. Eckler.
70 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's Eckler again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Operating from the gun. Stark. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the 49ers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun, Lance. And this will be swung out here for counter. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And Lance now to throw.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. DJ Reader drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Desperation time here. Lance.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown.
Chase Claypool.
47 yards.
And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Gay is on for the point after. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now.
And they will take a knee here. So the LA Rams with a victory here.